friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a very exciting video. I am here with a massive spring book haul, and I'm just so excited to just finally share all of my books, including the ones that I got at Barnes & Noble back when I did my Every Value Break reading vlog on release day. A lot of you guys were like, what's in the bag? Well, today I'm here to share that with you. But first, I want to talk to you about a new bookish device that came into my life, and that is my Vaunt clip-on reading light. I did see Jacqueline feature this in one of her videos, and she gave one away to you guys. But this reading light is amazing. Usually reading lights that I've seen in the past and that I've had in the past are these tiny little like things, and they put off no light at all, and the clip is kind of flimsy, but this one is amazing. It has a giant clip. It is chargeable by USB, so it came with a little USB cord. It comes in black or white brightness levels, and it's just a touch. So if I touch this, let me turn off my light real quick. Okay, it's still daytime, but as you can see, a lot darker. There's light coming from a window over there. But just to show you, so this is what it looks like with the light off. And then look at that, you guys. It is so much brighter. And I love that it has this gooseneck, so you can, you know, bend it, twist it, whichever way you want to. And I just love the little clip. And guys, at night, this really puts off so much freaking light. You wouldn't even believe. Like, I wonder if I just put it up here. Like, look at that. That lights up this room so much. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. But I do have a little video because I have a code for you guys. It's Gwen10, 10. Ken. So like part of my last name. So it's like Gwen10 Ken. Anyway, I'm going to have the link to the website down below. I have my discount code link down there, and you can use my discount on any of their products. And guys, they had so many cute things. They have headlamps. They have, like, if you go camping a lot or hiking a lot, they have a lot of that kind of outdoor survival type lamps and stuff. But they have like fairy lights that you can hang up in your room. They have several, they have like at least two different, they have this one and at least one other reading light. I just really like this design. But yeah, so I'm gonna have information linked to them down below. But here is a bunch of stuff that they have on their website. So they reached out to me and gave me this light for me to talk to you guys about. I really appreciate it because this reading light is perfect. I'm going away on a trip this summer, and so I don't bother anybody in the room around me. I'm gonna pack my little reading light and be reading in bed and not bother anybody else. It's gonna be wonderful. Plus there's no like glare, and there's no like weirdness. It's just, it's LED, it's perfect, it's gonna last a long time on one single charge. And like I said, it is a USB, you know, power up system. So really love the design. And this is the one that they sent me, and you can get yours by clicking the link in the description box and using my code Gwen10 Ken. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Barnes & Noble bag. The mysterious Barnes & Noble bag. So, the day that I went shopping, I used gift cards, so I didn't have to spend any of my own money. I had gift cards from Christmas, I had gift cards for my birthday, and I purchased 7 books. I got Every Value Break by Peter Swanson, I got Float Plan by Trish Dollar, and I have already read and talked about those books in other videos, so they're not in the bag. But there's 5 other books in this bag. What are they? You're about to find out. Okay, so let me set that heavy bag down and we will just reach in. Okay, the first one is The Roommate by Rosie Danan, and this is a romance story about a man that is in the pornography industry, and it has a lot of commentary about that. They become roommates. This one I got a new release, The Lost Village by Camilla Stein. This is one of those books that was on my most anticipated list for 2021, and it actually released on the same day that Every Vow You Break did, and I ended up reading Every Vow You Break instead of this one. But this one is translated by Alexandra Fleming. I didn't know it was going to be a translated book. Blair Witch Project meets Midsummer in this brilliantly disturbing thriller from Camilla Stein, an electrifying new voice in suspense. Okay, we got interrupted. I got a package. So, like I was saying, the next one is All Girls by Emily Layden, and this is a keenly perceptive coming-of-age novel that captures one defining year at a prestigious New England prep school. So, love the cover of this one, and it was on one of my most anticipated lists of the year. Next up is You'll Thank Me for This by Nina Siegel, and I had not heard of this book. I don't even know when it released, like if it is a new release. It is. It was released this year, and it wasn't the new releases, so it probably released recently, like in March when I went. But this is a pulse-pounding psychological thriller based on the popular Dutch tradition of blindfolding and dropping teens and preteens in the middle of a forest and what happens when it goes horribly wrong. I was just so intrigued by the cover, and it is fairly short, and when I read that I was like, this is coming home with me because I'm absolutely intrigued. And the very last book, these were in no particular order. Oh yeah! And then I got The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. This is the fourth, yes, this is the fourth book in the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon. And I've read the first two books. I still have not read the third book, but oh, guys, look at this. It's so pretty. The few fantasy series I actually really enjoy, and it is a behemoth. But like, guys, I'm so excited. I can't believe it. Mystery is no longer. And I ordered a couple of books from Amazon because my friend wrote another book, and I have it in my hands. Bookishly Richie, who is here on YouTube and BookTube, one of my very first friends that I made here on BookTube, wrote another book, you guys, and I'm so excited that I have it in my hand. Oh my god, this is the package that arrived on my doorstep when I was filming my book haul. I'm so excited. So this is 𝒔𝒊𝒏𝒅's new book, One Day with Miss Penderly, and I am so excited about it. It's a woman that loses her umbrella, and this girl goes on a search for it, and I know the umbrella has like magical powers. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. There they are. Oh my gosh, one day they're gonna sign my book. They're gonna sign all my book. I have one like ebook, and then I have two physical copies of their books. And this is their newest release, and I'm just so freaking excited to have it in my hands. I want to try to read it this month. So excited. Congratulations, friend. I'm so happy and proud of you and just like over the moon that I have my copy, and it came so fast. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so that's what came from Amazon. Okay. I'm going to have this book linked down below for you so you can purchase a copy if you're interested, and I will link the Goodreads like page down below so you can like add it to your want to read shelf and all of that good stuff. Okay. Moving that aside. Okay, now I have two huge stacks of books here, and I have them kind of separated backlist and new releases, and I figured you're probably most interested in the new releases, so we're going to go through those first. So I have a couple book of the month books here. The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Dawnie Walton, one of my most anticipated books of the year. This is a kind of sort of like Daisy Jones and the Six. It's in Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, which came out in February. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble, I think in like January or February when it released. This is How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Sherry Jones. And this is a hard-hitting, unflinching novel, a gripping thriller. Yeah, don't know too much about it, but it's set in Barbados, and yeah, it just sounds really, really good. I also picked up Kristen Hanna's new book, The Four Winds, which I'm really sad that I picked it up late because I think I picked it up right after my book club read this and everybody was raving about it, but I was a little slow to pick it up, but I'm really excited to have it. These are an undertaking. Her books are quite chunky and they're very character driven, but they also have a really good plot. And this one is set in Texas 1921. And I'm ready to be broken. Some more book of the month books that I got. These I both got. This one is in February, this one in March. So I have Girl A, which I was supposed to read in March, but I never got around to it. And then this one, Too Good to Be True. Both of these are thriller picks from them, so I picked both of those up. I also picked up Fat Chance Charlie Vega by Crystal Maldonado. Yeah, I'm not sure how to say the author's name. I probably butchered that. But this is a coming of age story about a fat brown girl in a white Connecticut suburb. So very interesting. Hope I love it. Love Fat Rep. Yeah, had to have it. Have my new book of the month, which I did feature in my reading my first sports romance. So I got 3 book of the month books in April. I got Arsenic and Adobe. I got People We Meet on Vacation and The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. Both of these were on my most anticipated list. And then one other new release that I recently picked up is The Kitchen Front by Jennifer Ryan, which I did talk about on my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me. I also featured it in my most anticipated releases of the beginning half of the year. And I told you that it does sound like outside my comfort zone, but something I'm really, really interested in. So I went ahead and picked it up. Okay, now we are diving into the bigger stack of some backlist titles. Most came out in like 2020, but ones that I'm just like really, really interested in reading. So we're starting out with another book of the month, The Girl with the Louding Voice. This came out February of last year, but every year, book of the month, if you're a member, or what is it called, a best friend or something like that, you get to pick a book of like one of their finalists of the year, and this was one of the finalists of last year. So I went ahead and picked that one up as like my free add-on. I've had this one since January, Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour. I've read 2 of her other books, absolutely loved them. Hope I love that one as well. I also picked up Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, which is the second book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, I guess. I didn't even know it was going to have like more. I picked up this memoir, In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, and I have read like a few pages of it, but not too much. But I hear that's another one that's gonna break me. Another translated work that I picked up is Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. I think that's how you say it, but this one just sounded really, really interesting. I have started reading this. I'm 38 pages into that, and I'm enjoying that so far. Also, I think the cover is so strange and so wonderful at the same time. All right, next I have Ever After Always by Chloe Liesel, and this is about Aiden and Freya. And it says, an emotional journey of hijinks, heartache, and a hot, slow burn in this marriage and crisis romance about going the distance to make love last. And you know I love like people that are already in a relationship, like making the relationship work. So I also picked up a couple books at Target. This is Mr. Malcolm's List, and I just really loved the cover of this one. It looks like kind of like a modern historical fiction, if that makes sense. I'm not too sure what it's about, but... And then I also picked up this one. I saw this. I knew I wanted this one, but then I saw it on Instagram and someone reminded me that I wanted it. So it was like more recently on my radar. So the year is 1963 in Harlem, the epicenter of Black culture. The fight for equality has never been stronger. The time is now. Enough is enough. Yet even within its ranks, a different kind of battle rages. Love thy neighbor or rise up against your oppressors. So really excited about this. It's an emotional love story against the powerful backdrop of the civil rights movement. Really, really excited about this. And I love the cover, Confessions in B flat. But look at that cover. Like, oh, I love it so much. Okay. Next up, I got, let's see, Grown Up Pose by Sonia Lally. And this is about the pressures of the tight-knit Indian community. Tell her parents that she was separating from her husband, and now she's dealing with the fallout. Yeah, she'll be forced to look inside herself to become the strong, independent woman she's never had the chance to be. Yeah, I remember that now. So that's really cool. Next up, I have 2 books by Tessa Bailey. So I read Fix Her Up a couple years ago, and this is the next one, Love Her or Lose Her. And then this is the 3rd one, Tools of Engagement. Haven't heard great things about this one, but I've heard good things about this. So I went ahead and picked up both so I could just like read the series. Probably should have showed these together. So this author is also the author of this one, which is The Matchmaker's List. And this is one devoted modern woman, one meddlesome traditional grandmother equals a heartwarming, multicultural romantic comedy about finding love where you least expect it. So yeah, so I got both of those. And let me know which cover you like better down in the comment section down below. I don't know. I think they both have their merits. This one is like a little bit more subdued, and this one is a little bit like brighter. So anyway, got those. Then I picked up some poetry. I think I have showed this in another video or like on my Instagram or something. But I got 2 by Alicia Cook. One of my all-time favorite poets. I got I Hope My Voice Doesn't Skip and Sorry I Haven't Texted You Back. So this one just looks like straightforward modern poetry, and then this one it has the modern poetry in the front, and then it has like blackout poetry in the back. Then I picked up this one, Soft in the Middle by Shelby Eileen, which I have been eyeing this collection for a few years now. Long time ago my friend Nicole read it and said you have to read it, and I've just now got around to getting it. So yeah, so I got this one. It has a lot to do with like body image and stuff like that. And then I got Don't Call Us Dead by Danzy Smith. Love this one. And I've heard that it's a very powerful collection about, you know, Black culture, the Black experience. And then I got a couple more, guys. Hang in there. Someday, Someday by Emma Scott, which this will be my first Emma Scott. And this is How Long Would You Wait for Love? Max Kaufman was kicked out of his home as a teen, and his life has been in an uphill battle ever since. From addiction and prostitution to recovery and putting himself through nursing school, he spent the last 10 years rebuilding his shattered sense of self. Now he's taken a job as a private caretaker to Edward Marsh III, president and CEO of one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Max soon learns Marsh's multi-billion-dollar empire is a gold and diamond encrusted web of secrets and lies. So very, very interesting. And I know you guys love Emma Scott, so this will be my first book. Next up, Never Never, the complete series by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. I was looking at my Colleen Hoover collection, like what books of theirs I have. And this is one that I just really, really did want to read. It's kind of like thrillers, of course, anytime I think, you know, Taryn Fisher, I think thrillers. So I think this is more of like a thrilling type romance. And it's 3 different volumes, I believe, like 3 different parts. And I know they published them separately, but then they also bound them up. So it's like 1, 2, and 3. So I just went ahead and got the bind up. And then I have a middle grade book for you guys, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is one that we also talked about on my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me. Jacqueline and I don't read a lot of middle grade, but Allie, she used to have a booktube channel. Now she just kind of has her podcast and other things that she's working on, other projects, but she used to read a lot of middle grade. I'm sure she still does because she's a middle school teacher, but she recommended this one and it just sounded so good. So I got it. And then the last one is a funny little book that I picked up on recommendation from someone that I started watching kind of recently, Andy. She has a booktube channel. I will have her channel linked down below. She did this video for like International Women's Day, and it was like some feminist book recommendations that she had. And this one, I don't know what spoke to me. I think it was when she said, if you're a woman, you need this book. And I'm a woman, so apparently, according to Andy, I needed this book. So I got it. It is The Vagina Bible by Jen Gunther, MD. And this is a nonfiction book about being a woman and our freaking vaginas. So yeah, so I got this, and it really does go in depth. Obviously, I'm a little bit older now, so I do know a lot about the vagina and stuff like that. I kind of wish that I had this when I turned 13, you know, and then I could have had it in those years that I really needed it. But still, I think there's lots of information that is still very interesting to know. But yeah, I picked it up, Andy. I'm a woman. I got it. Anyway, those are all of the books that I have hauled since January. Don't forget to check the description box for information to get yourself a reading light, a clip-on reading light. I absolutely love mine, and I'm going to be using mine all the time, and it's so easy to recharge if you need to do that as well. Again, links to it will be in the description box. My discount will be in the description box. All the things in the description box. And I would like to know what books you're really excited to hear me talk about on my channel from this massive book haul. But that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!